everybody? Welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I am here to talk about the blunder yesterday. The insane blunder yesterday that was kind of funny, kind of dumb, and kind of one of those things that sort of represents what HBO Max is all about. Now, a couple weeks ago, Tom and Jerry came out. And it was in theaters and on HBO Max, and the movie completely blows. Like, the thing's got like a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, sure, it has a decent audience score, but like people who like that movie are basically like, don't think about it. Like those people. It's the same people when you're watching a Fast and Furious movie. When you're like, this is stupid. They're like, don't think about it. The same people are the people coming out saying that this movie is good. It's a kids movie. It's the lowest, like, what's the word? It's just the it's the low hanging fruit kids movie. It's the kids movie that's nonsensical, that it makes absolutely no sense, that is not good, that's not actually very good, that's not actually very funny, but it has a bunch of silly stuff in there, recognizable characters, human characters, and, things that seem like it might be raunchy, things that seem like it might be bad, but in actuality, it's the equivalent of like your grandpa making a yo mama joke, and it's like, yo, that's not as actually edgy as you think it is. That's that's just what I think. Anywho, but a lot of kids still enjoy it. A lot of kids still get a kick out of it. I mean, I could kind of understand that. Even when I was a kid, there are movies I think about now, shows and movies I think back to now. I'm like, dude, that was so stupid, and it's not even actually that raunchy now that I look at it. But at the time, your mind goes wild. So I do understand why some parents still want their kids to watch that, especially if you already have HBO Max, which basically, if you have HBO, you have HBO Max. But anywho, I digress. So yesterday, a bunch of those people tried to get on and watch Tom and Jerry. Well, I just went on this whole conversation about Tom and Jerry. A bunch of people tried to get on and watch Tom and Jerry. And long and behold, Justice League popped up. Yes, Zach Snyder's Justice League. That's not supposed to come out till next Friday. Or it's either next Friday or next Thursday. Either way, it's not supposed to come out for or at least a good seven. It's not supposed to come out till at least Thursday. Was out. People went in to watch freaking Tom and Jerry and got the first hour of Justice League. At least the first hour. Clearly someone from Warner Brothers caught it once people started talking about it. But someone from Warner Brothers caught it and, they put the kibosh on it. But the fact that something like that happened anyways was utterly insane and ridiculous. How do you accidentally do that? Now, this isn't the first time that a studio, an inept studio, has done something like this. A couple years back, Sony accidentally uploaded the movie to YouTube, the entire film to YouTube, instead of the trailer for the film. I don't know how stuff like that can happen. Like, I don't know how you could be a billion-dollar company and make mistakes like that. I can see maybe putting out the wrong trailer. I can see maybe a scene leaking out. I can see the Mark Ruffalo thing. Maybe, the intro gets leaked out. Something like that. I can see something getting leaked. But accidentally uploading the entire movie in place of another movie, like, whatever the algorithm is you guys got going, you need to fix that shit. Or you need to, that's crazy. Like, that is such a blunder. It's just one of those kind of things where you just don't expect stuff like that from a company like that. But on top of that blunder, which was already a hilarious thing on its own, and just kind of a nice laugh at Warner Brothers' expense, there's a whole new line of conspiracies from the Snyder cultists that somehow they purposefully leaked this to somehow kill the hype for the Snyder Cut. Like there's all kinds of fucking, conspiracies now that they did this on purpose to hurt Zack Snyder. And then there's the other one where it's just Zack Snyder did this to build up hype, or that it wasn't a leak at all. They did it on purpose. Like, there's all kinds of ideas out there for how this happened. But I think the simplest is the exact right, is the one that you think it is, which is they fucked up. They don't know what, they fucked up. This HBO Max has been a rush job service from the beginning. Like, clearly, like, they did not put too much. Like, HBO Max was a rush job service. HBO Max was created as a response to Disney Plus. Like, that's when it was created. It was created because you could tell it was created as a response to Disney Plus, because even when HBO Max was doing all their stuff in the beginning, when it was actually launching, they had so many movies that were there they have so many movies leaving and coming and leaving and coming. They have so many contracts. Put it this way, HBO Max, there's no way in hell they thought HBO Max went through. They're one of the biggest franchise, probably the biggest franchise they have, right behind, DC, is Harry Potter. They do not own the rights to them. They don't own the rights to the films right now. They don't own they can't even do a show yet. Because there was rumors about a Harry Potter show, but they can't do anything until Harry Potter, because I think they got a contract with one of those other streaming service, but they signed a contract with them that's until 2024, so they can't even start working on anything until 2024 with Harry Potter, and they'll have it and you'll lose it and have it and lose it. It'll be back and forth for the next 3 years. I mean, now on top of that shit, another franchise they own, Lord of the Rings. They let Amazon outbid them for the rights to make a show out of it, to make anything out of it, make any expansion stuff out of it. I'm sure they'll still have the movies, but they can't do anything franchise-wise with Lord of the Rings. Amazon owns those rights, so Amazon's gonna make a big, huge. It's either Amazon or Apple. I think it's Amazon though. Are gonna make a big, huge, expensive Lord of the Rings prequel series about things that happened long before. I think they said Sauron's gonna be in that as like the original him before. He looked all weird and smoky. But so it's kind of crazy to me. Like Warner Brothers, this whole HBO Max was already a freaking dumb concept. The subscription rate is been steadily going up. It's one of those things where eventually it's gonna be good, but it's just never gonna be in. It's never gonna be in the same category with Netflix or Disney Plus, which is ironically doing fantastic right now. But I just had to talk about this because I thought that was just hilarious. I thought that was just another, if I couldn't kick HBO Max anymore, then some stupid stuff like this happens. They don't have any other shows. They have contracts all over the place. Movies are constantly leaving. Every one of the movies, I'm not shitting you, all of their new releases have been rotten films. Think about it. Wonder Woman 84, Little Things, and Tom and Jerry. Every single film they have released on HBO Max has been shit. That's so crazy when you really take a seat back. Think about it that way. Every single film has been shit. Every one of them. You wanna know what the last two Marvel movies? The last film that was released on Disney Plus was Soul. Well, I guess you count Raya too, which was great too. So just saying. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me, Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and what do you think happened that made this leak happen? Do you believe in the conspiracies, that this was a plot to stick it to Zack Snyder, or do you believe that somebody was an idiot and somebody got fired? Thank you guys for joining me, Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe. See you in the next one.